Hey, what's up, YouTube? Enforcer here, and guess what? We got a new freaking case, and it is gigantic. Like, I mean, this thing's pretty freaking big. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be, but that's not exactly a bad thing unless you have a small room. Anyway, I chose this case mainly because I was trying to find a case that had 3.5 inch uh, hard drive space. And this was like only one that actually had what I would actually need. If you look here, the drive bays, it has two 2.5 inch by 4, or you get 3.5 inch by 4 in the HDD rack. And that's pretty much exactly what I needed. And there's also 2.5 inch by 6, so you get 6 2.5 inches, or you get an extra 3.5s. So in total, you get about 7 3.5s, which I really need because I still have a lot of regular hard drives, mechanical drives, and this this can hold it. I mean, it can hold pretty much anything. The RGB to it is pretty good. We're gonna do an open box of it. It's not gonna be that much of an open box because, as you can see, this thing is freaking huge. I also picked up a PCIe 3.0 riser so that we can mount the graphics card more on its side and this looked great in this case. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed a little bit, and hopefully it doesn't take up too much room. All right, so we got it out of the case, or out of the box, and it is a little bit smaller than it was when in the actual box itself. Pretty much they have everything inside here. They do have, the lovely sticky on the edges to make sure that you don't, mess with it. But it is tempered glass, so it should be, scratch resistant. I was more afraid of what it would do to the desk than it would do to the actual glass if, got it mucked up. Pretty much this is the most solid case I've had. I mean, it's way bigger than the one that I had before, and the one before that. I mean, the Carbide I had, the Corsair Carbide, which is a medium or mid-range, I believe, and the other Thermaltake that I have here, which is a medium, mid as well. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and start taking some of this stuff off. I'm gonna save the plastic parts for my wife. I mean, she is adamant about it. She helped me with everything on this thing, and it's only fair she gets to, peel the peel the plastic off. If you ever got a new phone and you got that plastic on it, you definitely want to have that part of just peeling it off. I mean, there's no greater feeling. I mean, there is, but not too many. Anyway, from what I understand, if you take these off here, it should just open up like a door. Absolutely. All right, we're just gonna move my monitors here. All right, so that is well, what we got? We only got 4 drive bays. We're supposed to have up to 7, but I think there's 2 in the back as well. I can deal with only 4. I know you can add more to it. I think, yeah, you can add another drive bay if you buy another one. I don't think I'll need to do that because I do plan on limiting myself to 4 drives. So these here. Oh yeah, that is the screwless design for that is actually pretty good. Let me get a drive. I'm going to show you how these actually go through. All right, so what I got, I just grabbed a quick 3 terabyte. Let's see, Toshiba that I bought the other year, and to kind of take a look at that, it's just your regular standard drive, and we just want to see how the screwless design goes. Now with these, it can be fed through the back. Once you put these in here, it kind of just fits in the sleeve like that. And bam. You can use all your cording through the back side. It opens up the same way. So we're just going to go ahead and put that back in there. Like I said, I just grabbed this out just for that reason. We want to carefully put it over here. All right. So we have some decent cable management. We also have enough we can put a whole water cooling system in here, but we're really not going to do that. I really didn't get I wanted as far as cooling goes. But these should come out, and we should see our 120 or 140 millimeter fans. Well, it takes two of them, and they are RGB, and should connect up with my motherboard. You have to have the newer motherboards to be able to connect them, or you can just connect to a power source, and then you'll just get a regular standard color. So that'll come off pretty nicely. We'll just set that there. We're going to close this for now. And just so you can kind of see, we have a decent mesh that's on the front. I prefer having the mesh here. I know there's a lot of them that don't use any mesh at all. It'll just have the tempered glass on the front, and then that's it. We're going to go ahead and get the back side here. All right, so we have the back side open. Pretty much everything you need here is already cable managed for all your standard RGB cables. The one thing I don't like about this is that it has glass on the back. My cable management skills are not that great. I'll probably try to hide them down here or over here or something. But really, you don't really see the back of the case unless you're at a LAN show or you're showing off your case somewhere that's not where you can control where the camera is. You know, any of my friends that will look at it, they're just going to see the front end anyway. But really, I think, let's see here. I think right here we'll have our, let me get a screwdriver. It's actually supposed to come off by hand. It's in there really tight. That's pretty much where I'm going to feed my cables through for the hard drive disks. And this is our RGB for the front fan, or not the RGB, but the power for the front fans. All right, so coming back to the front, I just wanted to take out and see what we got here, which this is pretty much all your extras in your crud that they give you. I mean, this case definitely has a lot of space for whatever you possibly could want to put in there. All right, now for the actual unboxing part. Let's see what it comes with. So, looks like they give you your speaker. We have two pads, likely to go underneath there, not scratch the desk. And we have a ton, I mean a ton of screws here. Pretty much for anything you possibly want. That is a lot of freaking screws. And then it looks like we have our RGB controller, which I'm kind of wondering how I'm going to run this. I may not use the actual controller here, and I'll use the controller through my software, which is actually going. All right, so it's a three-way controller. It has replay, pause, it has each mode and stuff like that. We take a look at that. I cannot get it to go in, and it's upside down. There we go. So you have each one of your cables here, and then on the back it has your power, and then on the front you have your actual RGB. So this could be actually interesting if I use this instead of the motherboard, because the motherboard, if you look at this light here, you can see it changes color and stuff like that. That's actually set by the MSI motherboard, because I have the RGB that comes out the back of the case and then goes through the walls so that it controls those lights. Then we just have a simple, instruction little manual thing that tells us exactly what's there. And we have a few cables here, zip ties for cable management. And it looks like two. I have no idea what those are for. I imagine it's for mounting this, or it's an extra. Yeah, it looks like it's an extra one of the hinges there. All right, so pretty much I'm going to go ahead and build my computer into this, the computer that I'm using right now, so I really can't do the same at the same time. I have other cameras. I could probably try to do that, but I don't think everybody wants to see me put together my computer. If you do, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely make sure I do some actual building. But let me know what you think of this case. It's definitely gigantic. I'm going to do this in two parts. I'll probably do another video where I just kind of show more of the actual case when it's all put together. And, you know, kind of do a review on how well it's working for me. But so far, I mean, this thing is a monster. And it is awesome. I mean, when I say awesome, I mean awesome inside. It's probably, like I said, one of the biggest cases I've dealt with. You know, I'm 6 foot, and this case was almost almost feel like it was half my size. It was big. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll be doing more gaming. I have some more clips that are set together, but I ended up messing up my monitor. I didn't mess up my monitor, but I had to actually send it in. So I don't have my monitor that I normally use. I'm only using 2 monitors now, which is actually kind of a good thing because this case actually wouldn't fit here if it wasn't for that monitor not being in here right now. So I only have the 2 monitors. So y'all have a great day and happy gaming.